perk augment upgrades in Black Ops 6 Zombies are game-changing if you use the correct ones. So in this video, we're going to go over the best major and minor augments to use for every single perk in the game, from augments that give you unlimited super speed, to augments that give you Widow's Wine, or even augments that give you extra life. We're going to cover them all. And if you want to see a video like this that shows the best augments for ammo mods and field upgrades, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. Let's start with PhD, as it's one of the best perks in Black Ops 6 once upgraded. By default, PhD Flopper makes you explode when you dive, and it makes you immune to self-inflicted explosive and fire damage. The major augments are Gravity MD, just falling from heights creates explosions, Dr. Ram, tactical sprint knocks down and damages base zombies, and PhD Slider, sliding into enemies triggers explosions. And this one's by far the best of the three. It's extremely helpful as you can slide into zombies, killing them instantly on any round. It's great for saving ammo and just removing zombies that are in your way. This is actually so strong, you can kill all of the zombies in an entire round just by sliding into them. It works really well when you're trying to get points for ammo, or if your weapon's just too underleveled to kill, you can just slide into zombies at any round and kill them. Also, during the vermin rounds on Liberty Falls, I pretty much just use PhD Slider at this point. It's super convenient, just sliding into the spiders and killing them, then trying to aim and shoot at them. Then for the PhD minor augments, we've got Environmentalist, become immune to environmental damage while sliding, EOD Technician, slightly reduce height and distance requirements for explosions, and Turboologist. And out of all three of these, Turboologist is definitely the best choice, as it works together with PhD Slider, making it even better, allowing you to easily slide around the map, dodging zombies, and if you do accidentally hit a zombie, they're going to explode and die. This also makes your sliding speed super fast, so you can just keep sliding over and over to get around the map faster. So the best augments for PhD are obvious. For the major, you want to use PhD Slider, and for the minor, you want to use Turboologist. When combined together, these are two of the strongest augments in the entire game, and because of this, I find myself buying PhD as one of my first perks most games. Now for Stamin-up, and it has an augment that's really good and I think people are sleeping on. By default, Stamin-up increases movement speed. The major augments are Free Faller, become immune to fall damage, Dasher, increase tactical sprint duration, and Stalker, walk faster while aiming. Both Dasher and Stalker are good choices. Stalker if you're camo grinding, as it makes aiming down sights and going for headshots easier. Dasher is good if you're high rounding or want to get around the map or run at the maximum speed for longer. Then Free Faller isn't good at all, as dying to fall damage in this game's hard, and most places you jump do very little fall damage. The Stamin-up minor augments are hard target, while tactical sprinting projectile damage is reduced. Quarterback, use equipment while sprinting, and Hotfoot, gain a speed boost after your equipment kills an enemy. The one I think's the most useful is Hotfoot, as it gives you a massive speed boost every time you use equipment to kill an enemy, and these are pretty much insta kills on all rounds. And if you use lethals anytime you want to get across the map, you can travel really fast. If you use tomahawks, you can carry 5 of these, and after you use them, you can pick them back over and over again, pretty much giving you unlimited speed boost. This has been extremely clutch for me when it comes to reviving teammates who are down across the map, and overall, it's just an amazing augment. Honestly, this minor augment is better than all of the major augments for Stamin-up. The next best minor augment being hard target, as it lets you take less projectile damage while tack sprinting. So that's a little bit less damage from Mangler Blast and the Abomination Beams, but it's only when you're tack sprinting, so it is somewhat limited. So my picks for the best augments on Stamin-up are Stalker when you're camo grinding, then Dasher when you're high rounding, then for the minor, Hotfoot. Deadshot Daiquiri is the go-to perk for camo grinding. By default, Deadshot increases aim assist and gives you increased critical damage. The major augments are Deadhead, farther increase critical damage, Dead First, deal double critical damage if the enemy's at full health, Dead Again, critical hits have a chance of adding a bullet to your magazine. Dead First is the best for camo grinding, as dealing double damage for your first headshot makes guns viable for way higher rounds. There's also Deadhead, but this only gives you an extra 5% headshot damage, so the only time this is going to be better than Dead First is if your gun's taking more than 20 bullets to kill a zombie, making it better for high rounds, but not for camo grinding. Dead Again is pretty nice for the free ammo, but the extra damage is just more important. The minor augments are Dead Break, increase damage to armor pieces, Dead Draw, reduce hip fire spread, Dead Set, reduce gun movement while doing advanced movement. Dead Break being the best, as increased damage to armor pieces is super helpful. The others are nice, but just not as important. So for Deadshot, you want to run Dead First if you're camo grinding, if you're not going to super high rounds, or if you're using snipers or any other weapons with super high damage. But past round 50, or if you're using a weapon that's taking over 20 bullets to kill a zombie, you want to use Deadhead. Then for the minor, use Dead Break. Next, we have Speed Cola, which by default makes you reload your weapon faster and put on armor faster. For the major augments, we have Supercharged, field upgrades recharge a bit faster, Classic Formula, reload speed is even faster, and Phantom Reload. Weapon magazines are slowly refilled over time. The best of these three is Classic Formula, as the extra reload speed helps in all situations, Supercharged being the next best, as getting your field upgrade a little bit faster doesn't hurt, but it's only slightly faster. And Phantom Reload is pretty much useless, as it doesn't work when you're shooting, and it's currently bugged, making you delete ammo when your magazine's almost full. Then for the Speed Cola minor augments, we have Speedy Roulette, the mystery box settles much faster, Quick swap weapons faster, and Fast Pitcher, deploy equipment faster. The best out of these is either Quick Swap or Fast Pitcher. Quick Swap is great if you're using two different weapons constantly, but personally, Fast Pitcher is my go-to, as it works hand in hand with the Hot Swap Stamin-up augment we talked about earlier. Then I don't recommend Speedy Roulette unless you plan on buying the box a ton and you just want to save some time. So for Speed Cola, the best major augment is Classic Formula, and the best minor is either Quick Swap or Fast Pitcher, depending on personal preference. Quick Revive has some super powerful augments. By default, Quick Revive makes you regenerate health faster and revive allies faster. The major augments are EMT, reviving an ally allows them to keep all of the perks on their bleed out bar. Equivalent Exchange, if you have the Quick Revive perked while downed, killing an enemy will revive you and remove the Quick Revive perk. This can only be done 3 times per game. Dying Wish, on lethal damage, become immune to all damage for 2 seconds and keep 1 health. Quick Revive is removed on use. This can only be done 3 times per game. Dying Wish is definitely the best option, as it pretty much works like 3 extra self-revives. Whenever you take enough damage to die, instead of dying, you become invincible for 2 seconds, giving you enough time to get away. The only issue with this is the audio cue when Dying Wish goes off is kind of quiet and it's very easy to miss. So sometimes when I do activate this, I don't realize it and I'm just without Quick Revive for a while. Equivalent Exchange is just a weaker version of this, as it allows you to get back up only after you go down, and you have to kill a zombie, which becomes harder and harder the higher round you go, and you also lose perks. EMT just isn't helpful at all, as teammates still lose half their perks when they go down no matter what, and if you revive them quick enough, they'll keep all of those perks even without this augment. For the Quick Revive minor augments, we have Swift Recovery, reviving an ally increases both of your movement speeds for a short time, Ceramic Return, reviving an ally heals you to full health, and Slow Death, increase your time in Last Stand. Swift Recovery being the best, as the speed boost is really nice right after you revive a teammate, and this one even works in solo, giving you the speed boost when you revive yourself with a self-revive. Ceramic Return and Slow Death are useless when you're playing solo, although Ceramic Return can be helpful when you're reviving a teammate in a risky area. So for Quick Revive, the best augments to run are Dying Wish for the major and Swift Recovery for the minor. And I highly recommend you max out Quick Revive as soon as you get the option to, because Dying Wish will save you so many times. Juggernog is another perk you should upgrade right away. By default, Jug increases your maximum health. The major augments are Probiotic, slightly increase maximum health with Juggernog, Turtle Shell, armor acts as a shield on your back, completely absorbing all damage to your back, but as a trade-off, no damage mitigation when hit from the front. Reactive Armor, when an armor plate breaks, nearby normal zombies are stunned for a short time. I see a lot of people using the Probiotic augment, but the Reactive Armor one is much better. This works like Widow's Wine from Black Ops 3, and when the zombies break one of your armor plates, it stuns all of the zombies around you, letting you escape. This works for each individual plate, so if you've got a 3-plate vest on, you've got 3 different times this is going to happen, and all you have to do is replate and you'll get more charges. This Reactive Armor Widow's Wine effect has saved me so many more times than having the extra 50 health Probiotics would have. Then there's also Turtle Shell, which can be very strong when used in certain strategies. However, for 99% of the games you play, Turtle Shell is going to be worse than just not having an augment at all, as it gives you 0 damage mitigation when hit from the front. The minor augments are Retaliation, become immune to environmental damage while sliding, Hardened Plates, armor plates have more damage mitigation, and Durable Plates, slightly increase armor durability. The best being Hardened Plates, as this will make you take less damage when hit. Durable Plates are good when you're using Turtle Shell, and Retaliation is just too limited to be useful that often. So the best augments to use on Juggernog Juggernog are easily reactive armor with hardened plates, giving you the Widow's Wine ability. Then we have Elemental Pop. By default, it makes it so your attacks can trigger random ammo mods. The major augments for Elemental Pop are Citrus Focus. If a weapon has an ammo mod applied, Elemental Pop will only activate that ammo mod. Imperial Peach. Enemies that hit you have a chance to trigger a random ammo mod. Electric Cherry. Reloading creates an electric discharge that damages and stuns nearby normal enemies. The more empty your magazine, the stronger the damage. Citrus Focus is the best for camo grinding since it makes Elemental Pop not activate random ammo mods that can steal your headshots. Then Electric Cherry is better when you're doing anything else. When you reload, you stun and damage the nearby zombies, and this can save you when you're cornered and need to reload. The minor augments are Vulnerable Bean, slightly increase enemy elemental weakness damage, Pineapple Blast, equipment can also trigger a random ammo mod, and Chill Berry, slightly reduce all ammo mod cooldowns. For the minor augments, I have found Vulnerable Bean to be the best as it lets you deal even more damage to bosses by using their elemental weakness. So using Napalm Burst on Manglers and Abominations will let you deal even more damage than normal. The other minor augments are nice to have, but with the insane amount of bosses in this game, I think Vulnerable Bean is just better. So for Elemental Pop, run Citrus Focus when camo grinding and Electric Cherry when you're doing anything else. Then for the minor, use Vulture Bean. Now for Melee Macchiato, by default, it replaces your weapon gun butt with a deadly punch. The major augments are Espresso, all melee attacks are slightly faster, Vampiric Extraction, melee attacks heal a small amount of your health, and Triple Shot. Your punch can hit multiple enemies at once. The best augments for Melee Macchiato depend on what you're doing. If you're just running around using your dedicated melee weapon, Espresso or Vampiric Extraction are the best. Espresso lets you get more kills per minute with your melee, but Vampiric Extraction makes getting kills with your melee safer. Both are great, it just comes down to your playstyle. However, if you're using the Melee Macchiato punch, Triple Shot's the best. Then we've got the minor augments, Stick and Move. Backpedal speed is increased after a successful melee attack. Strength Training, your punch can one-hit kill normal enemies for more rounds. And Hidden Impact. Melee kills reload a portion of your held weapon. Stick and Move is the best if you're using your dedicated melee weapon. Hidden Impact is amazing for instant reloading the jet gun and span firing the big blast. And Strength Training is the best if you're using the Melee Macchiato punch for high rounds. So when it comes to Melee Macchiato, the best augments are all over the place depending on what you're doing. It's not like the other perks where there's a single answer for what the best augment is. But overall, I feel like Melee Macchiato is the weakest perk in the game unless you're just using your dedicated melee weapon. But that right there wraps up what the best augments are to use on all perks inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. If you want to see an ammo mod or a field upgrade version of this video, make sure to unlock that subscribe button and let me know what your current favorite augments are in the game. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace.
Lego Unlocked.
I'm a NASCAR.
Lego Unlocked.
I'm a NASCAR.
It's going to unlock all these
I'm a NASCAR.
camos.
NASCAR.